Hi everyone, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back into our live stream classes. Today I'm going to be teaching you an urban fit class. And my name's Joe K. If we haven't met before, if it's your first time, we have a studio here in Los Angeles called Urban 728. It's a hot yoga studio. And since the beginning of the pandemic and the quarantine, even before that, we were doing online classes. So you can take a look on the YouTube channel here, and you're going to see a library of hundreds of classes. It's getting to the point where you could probably take one class a day for the entire year. You'll never do the same class twice. And then by the time you take the class again, you won't remember that you took that class. So it's a pretty extensive library that you can take advantage of, and it's all free and available on the YouTube channel right now. Era, good afternoon. Emily, hope you're doing well. Okay, Sue, welcome back. MZ, who's MZ? Initials, do you come to the studio? Let us know. I'd love to know. Can't see, the pictures are so tiny. Hi, Amanda. Alberto, good morning. Yazi, good morning. Andre, Sasha, good morning, you guys. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Taylor. Anelia, good morning. Hope all is well with everybody. Hope everybody's feeling good. And it's not a requirement, or you don't have to wake up feeling good. It's okay if you're feeling off, or if your energy is spiraling, or if you're exhausted. The times are the times. There's always times, and we try to help people understand throughout teaching yoga every day. I've been teaching yoga every day pretty much for the last 10, 11, 12 years or so, that it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling, and that putting your energy and your focus and your perspective into your practice may help you, filter some things out, become a little bit more clear, feel some of that clean energy, and then take that with you into the actions, or sometimes the, lack of action and just rest that you may need for a period of the day. Waki, good morning. All right, you guys, let's get started in child's pose today with your knees mat width apart. Take your bum back to your heels. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Feel any tightness in your shoulders. We put some weight into the shoulders when you're flexing the body. That's adding weight in relationship to your joints, and so you'll feel that. And then you can begin to land in your child's pose. That means let the arms come down heavy, so your elbows are touching the mat. And your belly is releasing in between your thighs. Land in your child's pose. You settle your forehead. We are here on, what's today, July 8th, 2020. Energetically, it may feel like you've been around the world and back again. I remember when I used to commute, I would drive from Chicago to Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky every day, or every week for work. Every day, that'd be crazy. But that commute, and going back and forth, it added up over a period of time to the point where the distance that I had driven over the course of many years
And by the time I was no longer commuting, I was on my 14th trip in distance, and driving around the world. If you just add up the linear miles and that I drove, it would equate to the 14th trip around the world. So energetically, sometimes it can feel like you've been around the world and back again. In hopes, as you connect to your breath today, we can funnel that all into the oneness and let the conflict or the disagreements go. And turn on our light, share the perspective of love and compassion through the awareness of breath. And walk your hands in towards your knees so you're sitting onto your shins. Head above your heart, adjust your knees in. You're going to start with a little modified cat-cow, so place your hands onto your thighs and the upper part of your thighs. Wrap your elbows in, open the chest with your shoulders down. Take an inhale and lift your chin. Keep the hips heavy and then bring your chin back to your chest. Slide your hands to your knees on the exhale. Round your spine, pull your belly in, feel your back spread. So that's the modification. Inhale, hands, upper thighs. Open the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, chin to the chest. Hands to your knees, pull your belly in. And do 3 more with your breath. Inhale to extend. Exhale, round and squeeze. Inhale to extend. You work it out, just warming up, lips sealed. Exhale, chin to your chest. We'll do 1 more. Inhale to extend. Waking up, exhale, chin to your chest, feeling your knees and your hips and your shoulders. Inhale to a tall spine, gaze in front of you. And exhale, reach your arms out, bring your hands onto the mat, come into a tabletop. And reset your hands and your knees if you need to. And shake your tail out side to side, move your head in the opposite direction of your tail. And then you can keep this movement going, but add a little swivel in the hips, and so it's side to side, and it's forward and back. Change directions, side to side, forward and back. And come back to your square. Bring your knees together in your tabletop. Keep your breath flowing, and we're just going to loosen up the shoulders a little bit more. And so come down onto your right elbow. Come down onto your left elbow. Come back up to your right hand. And then back up to your left hand. And then down onto your right elbow. And to your left elbow. Up to your right hand. Back to your left hand. Let's keep that going. Lips sealed, jaws soft. And once you get used to the movements, you can close your eyes and the repetition. You feel it. You're going to feel side to side, forward and back, and sensations in your shoulders, possibly in your neck and across your back, a chest, and you can use your belly to support. So firm your belly in and keep going. And let's do 10 more rounds, elbow to elbow, palm to palm. And it's okay if you're feeling more. You should not hit a point of exhaustion or fatigue, but you'll definitely feel more awakening sensations in your hands and through your wrists and your elbows as you move it around. And let's say even if you don't have the full hour and to be in your practice, do any amount of the practice. Drop into the breath, do any amount. Obviously, if you have the hour, And commit to staying on your mat for that hour, no matter what distractions may pop up around you. Last one. And then we'll make our way back onto our palms and tabletop, all fours. And take a nice deep breath in, open the eyes. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand closer to your left hand so you can step your right foot forward. And both hands are inside your right foot, and then flip the fingertips around so they're pointing back. Slide your left knee back any amount. And point your left toes. Drop your chin into your chest. See if you can get the hands flat. And you should feel the inhale lift the upper back as though you're a Buddha belly breathing into your upper back. Like think of your diaphragm in your upper back. You inhale into that dome shape as you drop the head, chin to your chest. And feel the deeper sensations in your wrist and your forearms. And keep your legs as they are. Turn your fingertips back around. You can put more weight into your left hand. Turn your right toes out on a 45-degree angle. And you're going to let that left hip sag. And so you're kind of rolling in towards the top of your left foot, and then swing your right arm back and reach it and behind you. So my left hip is sagging down, and the right heel is still catching the mat. And as you reach back, your left ribs draw away, and you should feel a stretch to your outer hip crease. And breathe into your side body. It could be fairly intense, especially something that can be stopping you is the outer right hip. So stay with it. And slowly draw your belly in. Circle your right hand back around. Slide your right foot back. Come onto all fours, and so your hands and knees. And knees all the way together. Take your left hand closer to your right hand and step your left foot forward. And you switch sides. Feel that in your hips. Crawl the right knee back. Flip the fingertips around. And as close as you can, get the heels of the hands flat to the mat. Let your chin drop into the lunge. And the way to reduce the noise through the mind, the busyness of the brain, is not to try to control your thoughts in any way. It's to actually turn your awareness to your breath. And so that's why you're hearing that deeper breath in through your nose, out through your nose. No matter what you think about the breath, and specifically, it will change in the course and the action, the temperature of the mind. What you're thinking about, when you're thinking about it. And so give it all you got to that technique, breath control, practice of pranayama. Go ahead and turn your hands back around. And put the weight into your right hand. Turn your left toes out on a 45. And I'm just kind of rolling the outer right hip towards the ground. And so there's a little kick through the pelvis, and then circle the left arm, reach it for the space behind you. As the outer right hips get heavy, and feel that little lift in your upper back body. Feel the sensation. And breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. In any pose, when you're really feeling it, if you keep your chin closer to your chest, that's going to give you the endurance to take 3 more breaths. Heat you up a little bit. Bring your gaze and left hand all the way back around. And slide your hips back. Bring your left knee behind. And reset your hands. Palms flat. Tuck your toes. And then exhale. Come into your downward facing dog. You feel a down dog after a little outer hip opening. Normally you come right into your down dog. But if you still need a little bend to your knees, it's early. Breathe into your back body as you stretch. And then as your tailbone stays lifted, you can roll your heels towards the mat from there. And get lighter in the tips of the toes. And connect to your inner thighs. Keep the legs strong. And then straight leg, flat feet. See if you can heel walk in bringing your legs and your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Fingertips are fine. Bring your big toes to touch. And drop your chin into your chest. Feel the feet rock the weight into your toes. Slide some weight back into your heels. And bring the weight into the balls of your feet. Bend your legs so you feel your thighs. And then with your inhale, rise, arms up, straight legs, come all the way to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, humble your chin in. Inhale, circle the arms up so your palms face and they're shoulder width apart. And we're going to side bend to the right. Reach your left arm over and bring your right hand down. Okay, and that right hand is reaching so far down it's even lower than the knee. It's in space, it's reaching down. Left hand is active and that shoulder is rolling down away from the ear. Deep side body stretch now into your rib cage. Active back. Inhale, rise. Bring your right arm back up. And side bend to the left. Reach your right arm up and over. And left arm comes down. And then slide. Reach that left arm straight so the fingertips are below the knee. And feel the action in your right arm, shoulder away from the ear. Lips seal, jaw soft. Inhale, rise. Reach your left arm up. And tailbone down. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Proud chest. And feel your feet. Tadasana, arms by your sides. Big toes together. Heels about an inch apart. Inhale, arms come up. Palms face. Exhale, dive. Have a great practice, everybody. Forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Lengthen your spine. Flat back. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back into a high plank. You feel the strength on your inner thighs now that you're not dealing with as much tightness in your outer hips. Press the mat away, shift forward, exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Keep your elbows tight, your toes. Inhale, lift your heart, baby cobra. Exhale, bring your chest back down, stay here. Tops of the feet ground, inhale, lift your heart, baby cobra. Exhale, lower your chest, bring it back down to the ground. One more inhale, roll your heart up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower your chest back down. Push up to all fours, hands and knees, tabletop. Keep your hands where they are. Stretch your bum back slowly to your heels. Neck in line with your spine. Bring your ears in between your biceps and so your head is still floating. Sway the weight into your right hand. And then sway the weight into your left hand. And sway, come back into center with your inhale, rise up, tabletop. Step back into a high plank, straight legs, tuck your toes. Feel the lift in the back of the knees. And then draw in with your belly. You lift out of your palms. Feel the space in your armpits for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bum to your downward facing dog. And so less shuffling of the hands, less shuffling of the feet. As you find the placement and then that precise timing of moving your body with your breath, it's going to feel good. And bring your big toes together, left foot down. Inhale, your right leg lifts up. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest, crunch. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your chest, crunch. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your chest, step your right foot all the way through. Come up onto your fingertips, take an inhale. From your belly, exhale, step your left foot to the top. Bend your legs, sit your bum down, inhale, reach your arms up, chair pose. And keep the weight into your heels, open your arms into a cactus or a T shape. Feel the back of your heart lift. Press through your feet. Inhale, rise, arms up, palms face. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach out and up. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, roll your shoulders back. Plant the palms, step back into your high plank, high push-up. You lift out of your hands, feel the strength in your arms, take a breath in. And exhale, lift your bum into your downward facing dog. Right foot stays, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest, crunch. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your chest, crunch. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your chest, step left foot all the way through. Come up onto your fingertips, take an inhale. Belly in, exhale, step your right foot to the top. Bend your legs, inhale, reach your arms up, Utkatasana chair. And draw your hips back. Feel your thighs, cactus the arms, or open them into a T. He draws the shoulder down so there's space at the base of the neck. Press through your feet, inhale, rise, arms up, palms face. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, acknowledge the pace. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank, high push-up. Feel the hands, strengthen the back. And then yogi push-up, lower halfway, elbows in. Straight arms, come back up. Separate your feet, and so they're mat width distance apart. Bring your right hand to the midline of your mat. Take your left hand on the back of your right hand, and now push the mat away. Twist the elbows in. You feel your thighs turn on, connect to the balls of your feet. Gaze steady, one spot, say fingertips or beyond for 3, 2, 1. Bring your left hand back, bring your right hand back. Lift your bum into a wide-legged downward facing dog. And feel that width across your back. Twist your elbows down. And draw your belly. Inhale, shift forward like plank. And then exhale, your left knee crosses over towards your right elbow. Step back wide, take an inhale. Exhale, right knee crosses over to your left elbow. Step back wide, inhale. And then lift your bum, exhale. Lower your knees down onto the mat. Keep your left hand where it is. Keep your knees where they are. Bring your big toes together. Reach your right arm up, broaden across your chest. And then twist, right arm under your left armpit, come down onto your shoulder. Use your left hand as you feel your rib cage rotating. Knees wide, option to hook your left arm behind your low back. Options, listening to your body. Make sure your breath is guiding the movement. And feel supported in the position. If it's too much on your neck with your arm bound, then you keep your left hand on the mat beside your face. If you have the arm hooked, slide the hand down, bring it back to the mat. You press the mat away, slide your right arm out, come back to all fours. And turn your toes out, tuck them under, and then lift your knees, hips back, wide-legged, downward-facing dog. And feel the width. All of this in between your shoulder blades, spreading across the back. Come forward like plank. And bring your left hand to the midline of your mat. Take your right hand on the back of your left hand. And press down through your arms. Twist the elbows in. You're going to feel your upper back ignite. When you connect to your legs, then you're going to notice there's no weight and heaviness in your low back. Your belly is just there, not as the primary, okay, but now it's a third layer of support. You got your upper back, you got your legs, and then you got your belly. Good job. Bring your right hand back to the mat. Separate your left hand out. Lift your bum back into your downward facing dog. Feel your dog come forward to your plank. Right knee comes across. Exhale to your left elbow. And step back, wide-legged plank. Left knee comes across, touch the right elbow. Step back, wide-legged plank. Lift your bum. You lower your knees slowly down onto the ground. Knees stay wide, bring your big toes together. Right hand down, reach your left arm up. And then twist, left arm under your right armpit. And come down onto your left shoulder, turn the chin. And then your right hand can stay to support the neck, or with breath, right arm goes behind your low back. Feel the flow in the breath. Slide your right hand down, bring it back. Press the mat away, slide your left arm out, all fours. Keep the knees wide, turn your toes out, tuck them under, and then press back. One more time, you're in your wide-legged downward facing dog. Step your left foot into the midline. Step your right foot into the midline. Feel the connection to your midline. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Exhale, 2 light steps to the top of the mat. They should be really light. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your legs. Feel the back. Inhale, arms up, Utkatasana. Deepen the breath as you deepen the seat. And tailbone down. Little space between the knees. And draw with your legs. Softness to your eyes. Inhale to rise, stand all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and feel the shoulders release. Inhale, circle the arms, reach out and then up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Play with it, you guys. Inhale, lift halfway, let the breath move. Plant the hands, step back, high plank, high push-up. Together, take a breath in. Exhale, yogi push-up, lower halfway down. Inhale, back up to high plank. Listen. Exhale, chaturanga flow, lower halfway down. Tops of the feet. Inhale, press, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, lift your hips and come back into downward facing dog. Working it, feeling it, deepening your breath. Left foot down. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step right foot all the way through your hands. Nice and light. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Lift your pelvis as much as you need to get that left leg straight. And keep lifting out of your low back. Now slowly bend your front leg without bending your left knee. You'll feel it in the front of your thigh. Right knee on top of the heel. Open up, warrior 2. Pivot on your back toes, heel down to the outer edge of your back foot as you strengthen and lengthen your arms. Inhale to reverse your warrior 2. Notice you're extracting momentum. Exhale, windmill your hands down. 1 breath gives you 1 movement. Step back into a downward facing dog. Right foot stays. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. This is when it starts to look like you're floating. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Pelvis can lift to straighten your right leg. Keep the leg straight. Now start to bend into your front thigh. Arms reach, back of your heart lifts, and then open on the pivot, warrior 2. Lengthen and strengthen across your arms, outer edge of your back foot. And breathe in, reverse your warrior 2, reach up and back. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Pivot, step your left foot back, lift your bum, downward facing dog. Feels like your arms just got 6 inches longer. It's just setting you up to take a deeper breath. Understand when you're opening your body, it's setting you up to take a deeper breath. More air, more oxygen to your muscles, more calm to your mind. Come forward like plank. Separate your feet so they're hip-width apart. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, inner edge of your right foot. Both hands stay down. My right foot becomes the anchor. Keep the gaze forward. Hover your left toes off the mat. Both hands are down. Exhale, left knee into your chest. Inhale, kick your left leg back. Exhale, left knee into your chest. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee to your chest. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. You got it. Kick it back. Come to your toes. Roll back and square. Feel that inner right thigh. Take an inhale. Exhale, outer edge of your right foot, inner edge of your left foot. Keep both hands down. That left hand's going to want to lift. Keep it down. Steady your gaze. Left foot is your anchor. Lift your right foot off the mat. Exhale, right knee to your chest. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Should be sweating. 2 more. Inhale. You got it. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Step it back. Roll to your toes. High plank. Exhale, lift your bum. Downward facing dog. Big toes together. Heels lift. Bend your knees. Exhale, 2 light steps to the top. Looks like you're floating. Bend your knees. Left arm under your right. Eagle arms. And flat back as you rise with the chest. Hover your left knee. Balance and cross it over your right thigh. And draw into your midline. And shoulders on top. Elbows lifting up. And keep your eagle legs and then start to round through your torso. Bring your elbows towards your knees. And check it out. Bend your standing leg. Keep your bum low and then unwrap your arms and let your fingertips come down onto the mat. And feel your standing leg and then bend it even more. And so your bum is nice and low. And put the weight into your standing heel. Hands to your heart as we inhale, rise. Lift your left knee all the way up in front. Beauty. Feel the inner right thigh. Strengthen to lift your heart center. And then step your left foot back 3 to 4 feet. Plant the foot, both legs straight. Bring your hands to your hips. And so you're in the gas pedal of your front foot. Draw up through your thigh. Lift your heart. Shoulders down. Hinge. Come halfway down. Forehead above your heart. You work the elbows up, shoulders down, so we keep the back flat. And back heel's got to be down. And foot is on a 45. And as you press into the outer edge of your left foot, gas pedal into the ball of your front foot. Please bring your hands down onto the mat. Take a breath to lift and lengthen out of your low spine. And as you exhale, sweat, forward fold, forehead to your knee. And feel the love into that right hamstring. Anything balled up in the center of the hamstring, breathe into it. And you've got active arms with your elbows in to support. Good. Then all we're going to do is lift the chin, pivot on your back toes, crawl your hands forward, float your left ankle around the front of your right ankle. Pinky toes meet, weight into the heels, let your head drop in. Left hand stays on the mat, right hand behind the head. And chin to your chest from the back of your right heel, all the way around your bum, down through your spine. Feel your neck, soften your jaw. You're doing great, you guys. Bring your right hand down and bring your left foot back inside your right foot. And then step your right foot all the way back to a lunge. Keep the legs active. Right hand down, lunge, twist. And feel the openness across your chest. That right leg should feel really straight. Really strong as you stack the left arm on top. Little to no grip in the outer hips. Feel the space between your knees. You remember, when you're breathing, that's when you start to look like you're floating. Gaze and left hand down. Belly in, 1 light step, right foot to the top of the mat. And big toes together and soften your chin. Bend your knees, right arm under your left arm, eagle arms. Flat back. Now that gets you into the strength of your upper back. With your leg support, there's no weight in your low spine. Come all the way up. Cross your right knee over your left thigh. And so I work with you guys all the time. And to get the upper back and the legs working together, simple connection to your belly, and so that you're not aching in the muscles in your low back in your practice. Bend your standing leg more. Curl it in, elbows to your knees. Hug your midline. Keep your legs crossed, unravel your arms, let them dangle. If you can, stretch them all the way down, fingertips to the ground. Bend that standing leg, bring your bum lower. Keep the weight into the heel. Relax the jaw. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Easier said than done. There's a lot going on between your legs and your upper back. But you could do it. Float the hands to your heart. Flat back, upper back alive. Stand up, lift your right knee in front. Inner left thigh supports. Shoulder blades can squeeze the spine. Better. And take your right foot, step it back 3 to 4 feet. Both legs straight. Let the weight go back into your right heel. Hands to your hips, and then press the gas pedal down with your left foot. And chest proud, breathe in. Exhale, hips back. Hinge. Forehead above your heart. Give the love and that breath right into the belly of your hamstring. Back heel stays heavy, and so you're drawn through your core. And even though you're inverted, head below your heart, you're still not dumping the weight into your low back. You're lifting up and out of it. Fingertips, lift the chin. And pivot on your back toes, and then bring your right foot around the front of your left ankle, pinky toes meet. Weight into the heels, chin into your chest. And keep your right hand down, left hand to the back of your head. Breathe to that back line from your left ankle all the way around your bum through your spine into your neck. It should feel like you just continue to find, you pick up one puzzle piece and you're like, oh, it goes there. And then you pick up the next puzzle piece and you're like, it goes there, versus picking up 100 puzzle pieces that don't fit. It should feel like every one you pick up, right, you put it right into the space that it's supposed to be. Okay, that's breathing. Left hand down, bring your right foot back inside your left foot. Step your left foot all the way back onto your mat into a lunge. Left leg feels good to be straight. Reach your right arm up and come into the lunge twist. As you build the support of the muscular system, that lifts you out of your joints. That's where the lightness comes from. And then the breath endures you to sustain in that containment, in the activation. And so the firmness of the ground is the reminder to lift up and out of your joints. And then you can move more freely. Bring your gaze and right hand down onto the ground. And step your right foot back. Come into a high plank. And bring your big toes together. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, flow, up dog. Let it feel good. Exhale, lift your bum back into your downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog, bend one knee, bend the other knee. Deep breaths, walk your feet and your hands to the middle of your mat. Separate your feet and so they're outer hip width distance. And then put a little bend to your knees, let your head hang heavy. Hands slide around, grab the back of your ankles. Now turn your forearms around the back of your legs on your calf muscles. And so I'm holding on. Fingertips are just on the back of the heels. And forearms wrapped around the back of the calves. Okay, they're going to want to slide. Keep turning your elbows in. Press your feet down and draw your chest through and then back towards your knees. Keep turning your elbows in. You're going to feel your upper back widen. Nice. Now with this space in your back, put a little bend to your knees. And slide the gaze forward. Bring your hands onto the mat and step back into your high plank. And big toes together. Okay, different body than what you started with. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lower halfway, 10 yogi push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift your bum, downward facing dog. And keep your right foot down. Take a breath in. Exhale, float step, left foot in between your hands. Back heel pivots down. Okay, right arm comes up, reaching back, drawing you up, warrior 2. And feel the space to lift and lengthen out of your low spine. That's when you connect to your feet. Straighten your front leg. Bring your right hand onto your right hip. And so I'm going to push that right hand into my side body and then reach the left arm up and then reach it back. As you feel the feet, now you can roll the chin up, shoulders down. And reach your left arm up, bring it back, lunge into your warrior 2. Got it. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Okay, we're going to go side lunge to your right leg. So you straighten the left leg, right toes turned out, and then bend into your right leg, heel heavy. Gaze focus, one spot. A flat right foot, lower your bum best you can, hands to your heart center in prayer. Feel the length of your left inner thigh. We turn the chest over the right knee, pivot on your back toes, lift the heel. Set it square, rock back, and then float kick, left leg up, standing splits. And with the legs, use your active arms. Fingertips down, elbows in, and then lift out of your right hip. Keep taking your left leg to the sky. On your next breath, put a bend to your right knee, float your left foot back and down. Set your left hand flat out in front. Both hands down, slide your right leg back on top of your left leg. Flex the ankles, lift the bottom hip, and then you've got yourself a nice, strong side plank. Up and out of your left shoulder. Squeeze the legs, tailbone in, nice flat belly for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gaze and right hand down, pivot, high push-up. Exhale, lift your bum, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale, left foot, float step all the way through. Pivot your right heel down. And you bring yourself all the way up, warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, turn your left toes in. So you're facing the sideline of your mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Let your head hang, kick your heels out. You might find yourself a little deeper in this fold. And this is one of those opportunities where you don't always have to go up in an inversion. You can simply indulge yourself and your mind in the experience of this sequence and see if your forward fold feels a little bit deeper today. Straight arms, flat back. Long spine. Hands go back to your left foot. We pivot and step back into a downward facing dog. You can stay or play. Inhale, roll out into a high plank. Exhale, lower halfway. No dumping into the low back. Inhale, press through the feet, up dog. And as you exhale, lift your hips back into your downward facing dog. And take a breath in through your nose. Hover your right toes, float step, right foot all the way through. Back heel turns down. Inhale, your left arm brings you up, and we're in Warrior Two. Direction. The human mind loves direction. And so the breath can give you that with certainty. Every inhale, every exhale, feel a direction. And beyond that, it can get pretty confusing. And straighten your front leg out. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. That left hand is on the hip, so you're not dumping into your low back. And then reach up, reach back. The simplicity of your breath is always there. And the curiosity of your creativity is never ending. That's a beautiful blend in the practice of yoga. Bring your arms back, bend your right leg, Warrior Two. And bring your palms, circle your hands into your heart center. And straighten that right leg slowly. Pivot on your left heel, turn it in. And then start to side lunge as you bring your bum down. Notice anything catchy in the hip. And do the best you can. Keep your eyes leveled on one spot. Feel it. There's a muscle through your inner right thigh, and that is probably experiencing a sensation right now. Keep the jaw soft. We turn the chest over the left knee. Hands down. Pivot on your right toes. Square first. That takes the weight out of the joints. Now lightness to lift. Float your right leg up. And it's like I just said, license to drive. Lightness to lift. Use the active arms. Draw with your belly as you lift your right foot up. It's a tricky one to work the strength of that quad to get the leg straight. Little micro bend to your left knee. And step your right foot all the way back slowly into your lunge. Right hand flat. Outer edge of your right foot. Slide your left leg back on top. Side plank. Even breaths. Take your left arm up. Feel the reach in your breath. Slowly bring your gaze and left hand back down onto the ground. And come onto your toes. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, lift your bum, downward facing dog. And you float step, right foot in between your hands. Back heel flat. Come on up, Warrior Two. Straighten your right leg. Pivot, turn your right toes in. And heels out, big breath. And go ahead and take a dive. Forward fold. And you might feel a little bit deeper today. Hey, now if you want to play with the possibility of putting the head down, okay, I'll set it up. Walk your hands back, fingertips in line with your toes, and then reach your head forward tuck the chin, and then top of your head down onto the mat. So you got a triangle with your hands and your head. Then lift your heels, and your legs are just going to float up. Elbows over your wrists. Keep the weight in the hands, and then eventually bring your legs all the way together. Weight in the hands, strengthen the legs as you start to separate the feet. Keep the weight in the hands as you lower the feet softly. Crawl the hands forward, push the head off the ground. That's the key. Hop the feet back onto the mat, and then walk your hands back to your right foot. Pivot square, step back into your high plank. Okay, you're more than welcome to press back into your down dog or last flow, lower halfway, chaturanga slow. Tops of the feet lift and lengthen out of your low back. And exhale, lift your bum and draw back into your downward facing dog. Use your belly and back leg breaks. Come down onto your knees, please. Swing your feet around in front of you. As you come onto your bum, right above your tailbone is your sacrum. Bend your legs, hands behind your knees, and then float your feet up. Feel like it's been years since we did a boat pose. Probably just a matter of days. And connect the length in your spine. Okay, doing great. Let's spread the knees apart. Peace fingers hook your big toes. Okay, you can hang out here. Feet together, heart up, shoulders down. Okay, or you can play with kicking the legs up and out. Work the strength in your thighs and to really work the legs straight. I've got that work cut out for me every day in my practice. Work the strength in the legs. Extend through the knees. Get the legs straighter. And draw with your belly. Keep everything where it is as you release your toes. And then we lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You're halfway down. Pause on your sacrum. Hands behind your head. Right knee in. Left knee in. Yogi bicycle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, the knees to your chest. You roll your knees around, make straight your knees. You access the clarity, the connection to the breath. Hands behind the knees, rock up and down the length of your spine. You should feel pretty buoyant in connecting to your core. So like you're light, like you can take off. But all we're going to do is cross the ankles, roll over your shins, plant the hands, and step back into a high plank. Okay, now get your hands set and so that your wrists are a little bit in front of your shoulders. Your big toes are together. And then your inner thighs are touching. Okay, we start now in plank to hold. Okay, whatever you do, don't let your knees touch the ground. They'll explode. And call on the zone, mental awareness. You can soften the ease to the jaw. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. All right, you guys, come down to your knees, an official minute, and then go ahead and take your bum back to your heels. Soften your belly over your thighs. And let your forehead come down onto the mat, please. Yeah, I don't tell you beforehand how long, because truth be told, we don't want to know how long. So anytime your mind is craving and to know how long, I encourage you to sit and breathe. And crawl your hands back into your knees, please. Roll up so you're sitting on your shins. Nice sweat, hopefully. Take your right hand behind you and take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. So on your shins, lift the back of your heart. You don't even have to lift your chin. You can keep your chin low and then gentle twist. And slowly come back to center. And take your left hand behind, right hand outside your left thigh. Lift the back of your heart. Chin can stay low. And gentle twist. And slowly come back to center, like we started, on your shins. Place the hands in your lap, palms up. And see if your resolve towards stillness is a little different now than it was before. Feel the looseness in your chest, the relaxation of your shoulders. Let your breath go. You must keep flipping this switch every day called practice, and keep the light turned on, and to send the light out into the world, and to be here for ourselves, and to hold space, and for all beings. And we must keep flipping this switch every day. And from here, I hope you get out to do whatever it is that you're doing as clearly, as conscious, and as compassionate as you possibly can. And bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to seal your practice in. And when you're ready, please take whatever you have. And let's turn around, head towards the top of the mat, lie down onto your back, coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana, today. I was saying last night during the detox class, which the majority of you do not attend. I wish you would. That's my wish, because it's so beneficial for calming the energy and the information and everything that's going on in the world, the times. But I mentioned that even if you can't physically practice during these sessions live at 10 a.m. and 7:30 p.m., if you can even turn the session on and just listen to it in the background, if you're driving, right? You'll practice to it later physically, but even if you just turn it on and listen to it, the pace of the experience, the cues of the breath, the sound of my voice, right? Letting that filter in with you
And then when you do the practice later on, you're going to feel it in a totally different way anyways because you're moving with it. So, throwing it out there. It's here, it's available. And as you lie down, let your body physically rest. The muscles release in the jaw. And you're always welcome to close your eyes or cover your eyes. I've seen people put their entire yoga towel over their body, their face, in cocoon style. And thank you all so much for sharing your practice. Please stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you tonight for detox. Namaste.